Hello students, this is algebraic expression, very interesting and very renowned topic. And I think so many students know about it, little bit, some knowledge they are having. So I have written the definition here. You can see the combination of constant and variables connected by the sign of fundamental operations of addition, subtraction, division and multiplication is called algebraic expression. So by the definition it is very clear that it is a combination of constant and variables. Suppose I am for example I am taking here like whatever I am writing here, suppose I am writing 2x square y plus a b c. So we will say that there are variables, there is a operation we are using in constant, so it means this particular term is known as algebraic expressions, right? But students, how many algebraic expressions can be possible if we write, like for example, I have written this one. So how many are the possibilities? So the answer will be infinite, obviously, because there are infinite algebraic expressions. But whenever we are classifying the algebraic expressions, so we have two categories for the classification of algebraic expressions. But before getting into the classification, I just want to take you through to some introductory part or terms which are very important to understand in this particular chapter. The first word comes in terms and the second word is coefficient. So we will understand the meaning of both, because on the basis of these two terms, two words, we are classifying algebraic expression. What do you mean by term? Term means, suppose we are taking this example. Term says if an algebraic expression have its length is very good, expansion is good, but how can you identify how many terms are there? So terms are always identified by the plus or minus, because after plus or minus we take it as a separate part of the algebraic expression. For example, after 2x square y we are getting plus, so it means before plus it is a one part and after plus it is the second part. So how many parts are here? It means in this particular expression there are two parts, so we will say that it's a two terms, right? So terms are always divided in this way. Suppose I am saying like a plus b plus c. So you can see a is a one term and after b there is a one more term, then after this plus again, so it means it's a three term. So it contains three terms and it contains two terms. So it's very clear from this. So in this part we will discuss about the terms. Now I am coming to the coefficient part. Coefficient part is comes after the terms. When you decide the terms, how many terms are there, then we will check in each term. Suppose for example I am taking this term and I am taking this term. So what I will do here, I will check like how many, first of all, how many factors are here. There are two x and y obviously, and here a, b and c, because whatever we are having in that term 2 times x and y, they all are known as factors of that term, right? Now after this, can we find the coefficient of term? Coefficient of term means whatever the numerical part in this particular term. Numerical part means 2, so what we will say that coefficient of the term is 2. In this case, coefficient of term is obviously 1, because there is no value, so we will put 1 from our side. So this is the way to find the coefficient of the term. Another is, suppose I am, because in this particular part I have not specified like what coefficient we have to find. Suppose I am saying find the coefficient of x or coefficient of y. So coefficient of y means whatever which is multiplied with this y, that is a coefficient. So what I will say, coefficient of y is what? 2x square. So this is the very unique concept for finding the coefficient. Whatever the value or whatever the factor for any factor we are trying to find the coefficient, we have to see the other factors which are multiplied with the required coefficient, right? Suppose I am saying like what is the coefficient of 2? So I will say x square. What is the coefficient of a? I will say bc. What is the coefficient of c? I will say ab. So it means remaining factors will be the coefficient of that factor. This is the one thing. If I am saying what is the coefficient of term, then I will always take only numerical form, right? So this is the one thing which we should understand here. Now, okay, now I am coming to the very important thing, which is generally, students get confused. Can I say this 3 as an algebraic form? Because sometimes student will say, like, sir, there is no variable, there is no operation, then how can you satisfy this particular constant by this definition? So how can you satisfy it? So in this case, students, what we will do, if I just try to convert in the expression form, can I write it like this? 3 into x raised to the power 0. If you are aware about the exponent part, you know very well, if any base is containing power 0, it always 1. If it is always 1, so it is 3 only. It means 3, or you can say that every constant can be written in this algebraic form. So finally the conclusion is constant also the, or you can say the only constant also a part of algebraic expression. Now I think student or anybody can understand, like it means everything is in algebra. Whatever we are doing in mathematics, that is algebra. Constants are algebra, it means everything is algebra. But there is very one important part of this algebraic expression. What is that one? Like all the concepts where by which we are adding or we are subtracting, we are dividing or we are multiplying, the all the concepts which we are using with numbers, the same concepts we will use in algebra. So there is nothing new for adding, subtracting, multiplication and division, but yes, we will deal with variables here in algebra, right? So this is the introductory part where we have expressed what do you mean by algebraic expressions. Now after this we will understand, like, what do you mean by algebraic expressions and polynomial. What is the difference between both terms, algebraic expressions and polynomials? Now I have written here classification of algebraic expressions and classification of polynomials. First of all, students, we should understand the meaning of algebraic expression and polynomial. What is the relation and what is the difference? Both. So I want to tell you one thing. Suppose I am taking one example because that is more, I think, appropriate to explain it with the help of one example. Suppose I am having 2x square y plus 3xyz and plus a square bc. So after seeing this algebraic expression, you can see that, like, how many terms are here. You can see one term, second term and third term. So 3 terms are here, right? Exactly. Okay. Now I just want to tell you how many terms are here. 3 terms you are saying, x square y, one is 3xyz and third one is a square bc. Now there is one more important term which you have to understand, that is called degree. So degree is what? What is the degree? Degree means we will see each term separately. Then in each term we will see the power of variables. Power of variables in each term. Right? Okay, how many terms are here? How many terms, not how many variables are here. So you can see that x and y, right? And what is the power of x? 2. And what is the power of y? 1. So total power is 3. In this case 3. In this case 4. So which term is having maximum power? So definitely it is this one. So it means this algebraic expression is given the degree name on the basis of 4. We will say that this expression has degree 4. So it means higher side we have to see. So the degree, we will say that degree of expression is 4. This is the one way to just see the degree part, right? Okay, we can take one more so that I think this example can be clear to you. X square y square z square plus 3x square yz and plus 5 upon 3x. So if I see how many terms, 3 terms are here. So what is the maximum power degree of this term? We will say that 2, 2, 2, 6. And here It is 4 and it is 1. So which is having my maximum power 6. So degree is 6. So degree of this expression is 6. Right. So these are the some small things which you have to understand before entering in polynomial and algebraic expressions. Now I am coming to the point. This particular part is clear now. Degree part, what is degree, what are factors, right? What are coefficients? Three things we have discussed till now. Now I am coming to the point. What is the difference between algebraic expression and polynomials? I have asked you how many algebraic expressions are possible. So you were saying infinite, right? So in infinite algebraic expression, there are some algebraic expressions which are actually meaningless or not appropriate. You can say like this. Not appropriate, or you can say that not in use. Means which are useless. Means some algebraic expressions are never used and they cannot be used in any way because we cannot find the value, right? But there are some algebraic expressions which are actually meaningful, right, and appropriate. So now we have two category of algebraic expressions, you can see. So how can we identify or how can we understand like this expression is appropriate and this expression is not appropriate? What is that criteria? Because that is very very important to understand. Now what is that criteria? Number first criteria to understand appropriate expressions. You know what is the name of that appropriate expression? We call it polynomial. Now I hope you have understood. Like polynomial is a part of algebraic expressions. It is not something else. It is a part of algebraic expression. It comes, we filter some algebraic expressions which are on the basis of some criteria, and we will say that they are polynomial. So what is that one? Right. Number first, the variable power of variable in each term should be positive, right? And variable should exist in numerator. This is the one point. This is very important to understand. What is this one? The power of variable means whatever the expression you are having. Suppose this one I am having. So you have to check each variable should contain positive power, right? Positive power, and you can say that positive and whole numbers. You can say like this also. Means this should belongs to whole numbers. Whole numbers means power can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Minus power will not be considered. Right. Okay. Suppose I am saying this is, you can see like, okay, this is actually satisfying the condition because the powers are positive. Okay. Suppose I am having this one. So you can see in this term powers are positive and all the variables are in numerator, but in this case y is in denominator. What we will do, we will keep it in numerator, and you will see that power is coming negative, so it means it is not a polynomial. It is not a polynomial. Reason, the power is coming negative. So on the basis of this we can decide. One more criteria. What is that one? Power of variable should not be in fraction form. Fraction form means, suppose I am having 2x raised to the power 1 upon 2, right, and y plus x y. So you can see in this example what I have done. I have taken the power of x is 1 upon 2, and one thing is very clear, that expression which you are writing, or the power of x which you are writing, that should be in simplified form. That should be in simplified form, because suppose it is written like this, so it is not a simplified form. The simplified form will be x square y, but it is a positive. So if it is written in a p upon q form, it is not always true that it will behave like a fraction. Actually 4 upon 2 is an integer or a whole number, because 4 upon 2 is written in the p upon q form, but when you simplify it, it is 2. So whatever you are checking, whatever the criteria you are checking, you have to be make sure yourself that expression should be simplified. Suppose for example, I am giving you one more example here. Suppose I am having under root x plus under root x minus, right, 2xy, and this one, for example, I am having this one. So what is the power of x? If I just see the root is always written in the power of 1 upon 2, right, and it is 1 upon 2, 2xy. Now after simplification you will see that both are cancelled, because if you see the power of x here 1 upon 2 on the basis of fraction form, it is not a polynomial. But if you see they both are cancelled, actually it is 2 minus 2xy only, and minus 2xy is containing both variables positive. So on the basis of this, it is a polynomial. So after simplification only you can decide. Before that, don't try to make any type of decision, right? This is the first step. Now I hope you have understood the meaning of polynomial and algebraic expressions. What is the criteria which are making this algebraic expression as a polynomial, right? Now I am coming to the part which is related to the classification of algebraic expression and classification of polynomial, right? I want to tell you one very simple thing here. The classification of algebraic expression is on the basis of number of terms. It is not saying that which type of terms is this. Is it having 1 upon 2? Is it having the power negative? We generally don't see in this particular classification. But we generally use the polynomial here. But there is no such type of condition. But yes, in this condition we are seeing what? First of all, there should be polynomial. The second one, we are classifying this particular category of algebraic expression on the basis of degree. On the basis of degree we will classify. Now suppose there is one term, I am making a table, right? So if there is a number of terms I am writing here, number of terms and name of expression. If there is only one term in the expression, there is only one term, suppose 2xy, so it is only one term, nothing is added with this, so we call it monomial. If there are two terms only, suppose I am taking 2x plus 2y, so there are two terms, so we will say that binomial. If there are three, we call it trinomial, and after that if there are four, then we call it quadrinomial. If there are more than four, then we generally call it polynomial. But if you want to say polynomial, then you have to classify into polynomial first, right? Otherwise don't say it polynomial. It is the algebraic part, algebraic expression. If you are saying that they are related to polynomial, it means the expression should behave like a polynomial. And what is the condition for polynomial? The power of variables should be a whole number, and power of variables should not be negative, and power of variables should not be in fraction form, and power, or you can say that the variable should not be in denominator. These conditions you have to check, right? Now on the basis of degree, if you see, suppose there is maximum power 1, degree is 1. I will give you one example. Degree is 1, we call it linear polynomial. If degree is 2, we call it quadratic. If degree is 3, we call it cubic, right? If degree is 4, we call it biquadratic. Biquadratic. Now, for example, I am taking this one, 2x plus 2y plus 3z. Now, class student, you can see I have used, if I just give the name on the basis of this category, so it is a what? It is trinomial, because there are 3 terms. But if I see on the basis of degree, so each term maximum power is 1, in this term maximum power is 1, in this term maximum power is 1. So degree is 1, so the name of this particular polynomial is linear. Now you have understood, you can understand the difference between this type of classification. Okay, now in this case, suppose for a quadratic I want to check. Okay, 2x square y plus yz plus zx. Can you see? Is it a quadratic polynomial? It is. First of all, if I just classify on the basis of this, it's a trinomial. But if you see the power of, like, for this term, it is 2 and it is 1. Total power is 3. Here 2, here 2. So it is actually, the degree is 3. So for degree is 3, so it is a cubic, not quadratic, right? So if you want to make it quadratic, you have to take only 1 power here, then only it can be a quadratic, and we will say that, right? For cubic, what it will be? 2x square y plus y square z plus x cube. You can see maximum power is coming 3 in this case also, in this case also, in this case also. So it is biquadratic, and for biquadratic definitely it is, suppose maximum power is coming 2 to 4 and here 1 1 3, so maximum power is 4, it means it is biquadratic. Now I am coming to the next step. Next step is, it is what I have told you, linear polynomial, definitely, because degree is 1, but linear polynomial in 3 variables. Reason? Because we have used 3 kind of variables here, x, y and z, right? So sometimes we call it with this name, linear polynomial, yes, with 3 variables, right? Now actually, in your classes, 8, 9, 10, you will see there are so many categories we have formed for linear. We have used linear equation in 2 variables, linear equation in 1 variable. So polynomials are converted into equations first, right? Now I am coming to this part, because we have not to discuss this 3 variable part. We will discuss linear equation in 1 variable only. So before this, we will understand what is the equation here, what do we mean by equation, and what is the difference between equation and polynomials. So I think now you have understood. If we are talking about linear, so it means we will not discuss this classification at all. We will discuss only the polynomial part, right? So I hope you have understood this particular concept, and in the next video we will discuss about the equations, and what is the difference, and how can we correlate polynomials with equations. So thank you so much.